Hello, everyone. This is John Howell here. Traders, the bubble that I've been talking about, the pullback that I've been talking about, is actually starting already. Like I didn't actually expect it to start so quickly, but it's really started. It's actually starting to. We're starting to see the cracks now happening in the market. So I really want to uncover that and talk about that. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. Make sure you grab, see that trading course on the screen there? I'm giving away free membership access to that trading course there on that screen. That very first link in the description there, guys, go click on that and you'll be able to get access to that right now. So the big thing that I'm noticing right now, and I was talking about with the actual tech sector, is the tech sector has been one of those markets that have just been in a complete massive bubble, and I was talking in my last sort of week or so, I've been saying that this is a bubble. We'll get ready for pullback, get ready for pullback, get ready for the pullback. So what we're actually seeing through here now, when it comes to the Nasdaq, and when it comes to this here, is we're actually seeing that we've got all time resistance through here, right? We've got this whole bunch of areas of support level through here, but look what's actually happened here. The warning signs are all over the place. Complete fake out and movement on the downside is coming, right? And now look at this here, complete fake out. Look what happened here. Notice how we actually had this resistance here, and the market loves to do this, right? The market absolutely loves to do this. So look at this here. So we actually had, see how we actually had a push to the upside above that resistance level? Now look what's actually happened here, right? This is actually so important here. And look at this here. So we can see that the thing that we're noticing here is that, look at this here. So we try to rally up. We had this level here over the last sort of couple of days. Look at this here. So we actually broke above this level through here. There was the support level there. That was the one day. That was the next day. That was yesterday. Look what happened today. We closed below that. What does that mean now? That means that now today, if we get a rally up to this resistance level here on the Nasdaq, there's a high probability we're going to find resistance level there, right there, and then come back down and go from there, right? Because the market loves to give you these false breakouts and then start to see the market rolling over. Make sense? So that's what I'm seeing through there on the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq has got all that resistance level through there. So if we do get a rally back up today, we should start to see a move down. Plus also, look what's happening. We have just broken out of this upward trend line, and now we've actually just broken down. And so the Nasdaq to me is now starting to show those cracks of what I've been talking about for the last week. And now we're starting to see a movement on the downside. Now, one thing I want to share with you is this. So what I want to do is I want to bring this over here. And this is actually, I did this video here. And the reason why I'm bringing this up here is because I want to try to share with you of what can happen. So you can see here, this one, I did this 2 days ago on June the 5th, as you can see, right? And it says, what's that there? Yeah, June the 5th. And you can see this is screaming massive pullback. Now, I was talking about Apple here, okay? And one thing I was looking at with Apple was I was looking at the fact that we were doing, right? And this is basically what I said with Apple here. Check this out. Listen to this. And let's see what's going on here with Apple. Now, I'm going to put a blatant statement across here, guys. I'm expecting a really big pullback out of the tech sector right now. And obviously the start of this video, we talked about the Nasdaq being oversold, and we're going to get a bit of a pullback. The tech sector, guys, is probably going to get a strong pullback as well too, right? So isn't that interesting? Just 2 days ago, I was saying expect a big pullback, and look what actually happened today. The big pullback actually happened. Check now. Let's continue listening to this. Really big pullback out of the tech sector, and the reason why is because we're very oversold, right? This market is very oversold, right? Because look what happens here. Whenever the market, right? How does the market work? We go to an extended point, right? When the market goes up, and we inevitably get what? Apple's doing right now. Up, 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 right? We can see how that's actually the high point from there to there on Apple. So Apple may have one last push to the upside, which will be probably a fake out, a fault. So as you can see, right, Apple was just right at that resistance level there, okay? So check this out. False breakout, right? Something like that. And then guess what's going to happen? Something like that, right? Okay, so you can see, look at that through there, right? So you can see how I was saying that we're likely to get a bit of a push to the upside and then a complete reversal. Now, here's where it gets pretty cool. If I go to Apple itself, look what Apple actually did. What did Apple actually do? We actually got a what? So it was actually this day right here that I did the video. Look what happened. We actually we pushed to the upside, and now look what happened today. Completely rally back up, come back down, and now look what's happening right now. Right? We can see how we're getting that. We are getting that reversal that I was talking about on the S&P. Sorry, on the S&P, on that video that I just mentioned from there. So we're starting to see the cracks underneath the surface, and they're starting to form into place right now, right? We look at things like Meta. Look what happened with Meta, right? Meta had a nice strong down day today. Now again, guys, all this is just a complete nice pullback out of the tech sector, because the tech sector has been complete, like in massive bubble territory. So I'm just expecting just a nice, good, healthy pullback out of this whole market through here from that point through there. You can see that's what happened with Meta through there. You can see how there's actually a lot of the tech sector stocks itself. So Microsoft as well, right? So Microsoft actually had a last little push, which I was surprised. I was actually expecting Microsoft maybe to have one more little push to the upside. But today we didn't. We actually rolled over and we've come back down through there. So again, I'm expecting this may be the start of that big pullback I was talking about. Adobe as well too. Right, so we're seeing Adobe actually have that pullback as well. Amazon as well. So Amazon actually had a nice down day today. And as I was saying, right, I did a video 2 days ago saying, or actually on June the 5th, which is actually more than 2 days ago now. Anyway, so the whole thing about that is that I was saying I'm expecting a big pullback, and look what's happening, right? We're getting that pullback right now out of the actual tech sector itself. And even look at NVIDIA and NVDA. Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is down just over 3% from that there. You can see what's happening through there as well. Yeah, you can see we're getting a really strong pullback out of these levels, right? So we're getting a really strong pullback out of the whole tech sector, and this is something I've been talking about, guys, for quite some time. And the big thing here, guys, is that in that free trading course, that link in the description there. The whole thing about this is that just when you understand these markets, guys, and you understand the techniques that I teach, you start to understand that these techniques that I'm using to help me gauge on, is it more like the end of moves or is it the start of a move? And this was now way overextended, and now it's actually probably been the start, the start or the end of the move, and now we're getting that big pullback out of the levels through there. So that's what I'm seeing through there from the tech sector. Let's go have a quick look at some of the indices, just a quick little wrap up on the indices. So looking at the S&P 500 on a short-term level basis, guys, on the S&P 500, notice what we got here, okay? So we had this up bar through here. So this up bar right here, we actually had all this resistance through here. Then we had a breaking up. Okay, that's actually a break up. That should have been the start of what? A nice move up. We should have got some follow through here. Why haven't we gotten any follow through? Because the market is saying, maybe not, right? It's the maybe not. That's what it's doing. Maybe not, right? But so we got this sideways, we got this break up, but now look what's happened. It's actually just gone sideways. We tried to go up this day, we didn't. Try to go up this day, we didn't. And today, look at here, we actually rallied up, came down and closed low. And this is what happened here this day here, right? So the thing that I'm looking at there is you can see how that this is now holding here. So what I'm expecting now in the S&P is possibly something like that, because we've been holding here for too long. It was now time for it to go, and it didn't. And now we're looking for a good pullback out of the markets here, right? So that's what I'm seeing through there on the S&P. We're now struggling through here. Again, we're probably likely to see the S&P 500 start to have a nice move on the downside from there. Let's look at last but least on the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones for me, the line in the sand for me, right? And let's actually make that a lot thicker there. And I'll tell you why I've got that line there in a minute, okay? So the line in the sand for me is around about this 50% level. So if see how we actually had this sort of down, and we had this really big up bar, right? This really big up bar from there to there. And this big up bar. This big up bar should have been the start of what? Start of a good movement up, okay? This is short-term level basis here. So look what happened here. We came down and we rallied down to the 50% level of this bar here, and we found support. Why is that important? Let me take this off the screen now, because we know that's the 50 to 60% level. If indeed the Dow does do something like this tomorrow, and we start to do something like that tomorrow, that tells me that this bar right here, this one right here, is now a fake out to the upside, and then we're now likely to be getting something like this happening in the markets. Make sense? So tomorrow is a bit of a do or die for the Dow Jones. Now, if the S&P does do what I think it's going to do, which is down today, right? If the S&P does do that, then we're probably likely to see the movement on the downside, only because it's failing through here. This big up bar, maybe a couple of days, and then away we go. Now, we still can get that, right? We still can possibly get this from the upside from here on the Dow Jones. So I'm not ruling out that today, but that's what I'm seeing through there on the Dow Jones from there. So there we go, traders. Hope that helps you out. Again, traders, make sure you click on that link in the description there. Go get access to that free trading course, or the free membership access to that trading course from there. It's going to teach you things like the biggest mistakes you're making right now, and how to overcome them. The techniques that I'm using right now to help me understand when it comes to, is it likely to be a false breakout? Is it not? How did I actually predict this pullback that's actually happening here just a few days ago, and now it's actually happening already in the Nasdaq, my trading system, and so much more. So click on that link in the description there, guys. Go get access to that, and I'll see you real soon.